Hello, everyone. Join me and the great Michelle Massey Washington for another season of Spiritually Speaking and Awakening, Sunday, April 23rd, 6 p.m. Central. Get your health together, folks. Dr. Jody Bear will be stopping by. She'll be sharing with us tips and pointers on how we can get our health together, in addition to sharing with us her upcoming book launch and virtual summit, all happening in May. But we've got her. April 23rd, 6 p.m. Central, right here on Stay in Love TV. Join us, won't you? The Ride Along with Vanessa Morning Show starts now. This week's episode is sponsored by Dollhouse of Tampa Salon and Studio. Find your inner doll. They offer quick weave, sew-ins, and much, much more to fit every occasion. Need a wig? Selena's got you. She will customize a unit just for you. Book your next appointment on Booksy today. Did someone say nails? Honey, forget the Bayhive. Contact Queen Bee herself. She offers customized designer nails and even designer press-ons that she will customize and ship to you. Braids, and even twists. Book with Tiffany right on Facebook. Find your inner doll at Dollhouse Tampa Salon and Studio. Tampa. Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started. Hello everyone, I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Ride Along with Vanessa Morning Show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service. Raw, real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. It's a brand new season, it's a brand new network, and guess what? Everything is going your way. You guys ready? Let's go! Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right On with Vanessa Morning Show. We provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw real enlightenment at its best. So come on in, enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. It's a brand new season. It's a brand new day. And I'm telling you that everything is going your way. And I mean everything. How are you guys doing? Are you doing amazing? That's great. You know, it's kind of cloudy today. You know, a little rain. It's been raining all week. It's a rainy season, though, in Florida, in this county. So that's what it is. But yeah, hope you guys had an amazing week. Hope you guys had a productive week. I hope you guys have had an enlightening week, encouraging week, and empowering week. I hope you've had that because it's your winning season. Did you know that? Well, you do now. It's your winning season. If you have been playing, you got to play the game, baby. You got to play to win. And life is a game. You got to know how to play it, baby. I'm telling you. And when you finally grasp that and get that into your everything, then you will enter into your winning season. That's a fact, Jack. That is a straight up fact. It's your winning season, baby. Can't you feel it? You can't feel it. Well, might I just encourage you to keep watching? Just one moment. Good day, son. Good day, good day, good day, son. Thank you for shining in my life each and every day, son. Even when it's cloudy, you can count on the sun because it never fails. Never fails. I am always at my spot, almost. You know, guys, we only have 3 more episodes before we wrap up another season of Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show. What started out as just me wanting to share some insight that some downloads that I received, just to encourage you, has spawned into a TV network. Who knew? I know I didn't. I had no idea. I just wanted to encourage. You know what? I just wanted to have a ministry to share with people to help set them free. Who knew that I was operating in that mission statement that Christ declared when he launched his ministry? Yes. So if you have that in your spirit, that desire, that intention that you want to liberate and set people free, then you're swimming in the pools of Christ consciousness. That's right. And you belong to him. And he belongs to you. Yeah, that's right. So, yeah, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to share. I would see so many people just so downhearted and depressed and sad and everything. And it just, I never wanted anyone to feel like I did. And it would break my heart to see that. So hope you guys, again, how you doing? You know what day it is. It's fun, fantastic, funky Friday. And on Fridays around here, we do the Friday song. Are you guys ready? You ready? Me. Okay. A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Yay! Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going my way. Things are going your way. Things are going your way. Good day, everyone. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. Welcome to the Right Along with Vanessa Morning Show, where we provide you 100% free coaching at your service, raw real enlightenment at its best. So come on in and enjoy the ride as we take you higher into the dimensions of God. That's right. All right, sir, you know what time it is. So get on over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's right. If you want to go to the park later, say hello. Say hello. Say hello, hot dog. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Who taught you how to say that? Mm-mm. My goodness. All right. Well, this is Hot Dog, the ride along mascot. And he is such an interesting pet. He really is. That's right. He sure is. All right. So you guys got a great week. Like I said, we have 3 more episodes, counting this one, before we wrap up another season of the Ride Along with Vanessa Morning Show. And the whole intention behind it is to bring enlightenment and encourage to you. And you know, if you get caught up in the madness, you'll start tripping, right? You'll start tripping. And I was like, man, and you'll start asking yourself, why do you do what you do? Right? And if it's for money, we've already covered that this season. And we've declared you're a whore no more. You are a whore no more. So we're doing it for money, forget about it. It ain't gonna last because we know money ain't real. So if you're doing it because you are driven by something greater than yourself, you want to bring enlightenment and to liberate, set people free, then there's always a reward with it. Even on those days when you don't feel like you don't get a reward. Even on those days where you feel like, well, ain't nobody watching, so why even bother? My numbers are down, so why even bother? I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for posterity. I'm doing it for my loved ones and family and all that I encounter, with the intention that one day they will find exactly what they need and be set free. Then they can get up out of here. Because I'm on a mission. So today we're going to be talking about exit stage left. So go grab yourself a refreshing beverage. And when we come back, we're going to be talking about that. About how your decisions have consequences. You know, you should know that, right? But the interesting thing is that, oh, okay. Checking my emails, so I get so many. Okay. But how your decisions have consequences. But you know what? His grace endures forever. I'm going to learn about that later. So, like I said, go grab yourself a refreshing beverage, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about decisions. Exit stage left. Decisions have consequences. So stay tuned. This week's episode is sponsored by Hustle and Bling. It don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. Lovely paparazzi designer pieces for only $5. That's right, $5. And don't worry about it if the kid gets in the jewelry box. They're only $5. Make sure you catch Allison Mondays and Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays, live on Instagram and Facebook, promoting some of these wonderful fashion fixes that you'll enjoy. And if you miss it, check out the website. It don't mean a thing if it ain't got that bling. Hustle and Bling. Hello, writers. I've partnered with Queen Beauty Studio to purchase these amazing lashes and other deliciousness, like this wonderful matte lipstick I'm wearing. Grab that link. You'll be glad you did. Stay in love. Get your copy of Mental Equation, available on Amazon and on Stay in Love TV, today's Michelleology. 7. Hi, we're back. Yeah, so all season long, jewelry's been provided by Allison Poole, paparazzi consultant. She's a businesswoman. Okay, she has multiple businesses, but she has this one, and she really hooked me up this season. I was able to wear practically something new every week, but I was always drawn to this one and to this. I just love it. So check her out, Allison Poole. She's all over social media. Instagram, Facebook. She goes live, and she has some amazing pieces, and she will hook you up. Yes, get that. And also, Queen Beauty Studio. I'm an affiliate for them, and I just love all of her This is a Dragon Blood. I get it now. I was like, why would she name Matt Dragon Blood? And I thought about it. I was like, well, dragons are fearless. They breathe fire, and that represents transformation. So, yeah, so I get it. Queen Beauty Studio. The link is in my bio. Also, the great and powerful Michelle Massey Washington. You can get her book. It's available on Amazon. You can check that out. Mental Me Equation. I have it right here. Right here. Me, Mental Equation. Right here. Available on Amazon. And also, in addition, Jay Nolan, we had him on Spiritual Speaking and Awaken, an episode this season, and he gifted the network some books. So if you would like, it's his rendition of The Science of Getting Rich. If you'd like that, he sent me a few copies. So I have just a very few left. I mean, seriously. So if you're interested, message, let me know, and I'll ship it out to you for free as a gift. And so will Michelle. She'll ship out her book, Mental Equation, out to you as well. So let me know, okay? The Science of Getting Rich. There is a science, Blinded me with science. Dun, 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 dun. Comes a time in your life when, you get into this space where you're in your winning season. And that's a vibration where, although things may happen and you have challenges, you always come out winning. And I desire that for each and every one of you, that you come out winning. And that'll support all things work together for the good. Right? That's right. So, yeah. I'm looking for my topic. I finish it up and then I email it to my. I'll have my topic. So I'm gonna run a couple ads and then I'll have it. Okay. So. Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started. Okay, so we're back. I'm telling you, this is really starting out to be a very interesting day. Decisions, exit, stage left. Decisions have consequences. And I do have a scripture that I can share, but it's all based on the Abraham story and Lot. Scripture highlight this is the scripture highlight, so I'll read it here. Thank goodness I put that up there. Abram said to Lot, let's not have fighting between us, between your shepherds and my shepherds. After all, we're family. Look around. Isn't there plenty of land out there? Let's separate. If you go left, I'll go right. If you go right, I'll go left. Exit, stage left. Decisions have consequences. So this is all about the Abraham story and the Lot story, and unless you've been living on a rock, you know everything about Abraham and about how everything started with him. So Abraham was called by God. I mean, he accepted the call. And interesting thing about it is his father settled in a land where Abraham was born and everything. He found it was great. He was also called by God, but he didn't continue in his journey towards his destiny, because God had a promise for that, for him, for his family. So Abraham answered the call. Abraham decided to launch out and go where he's never gone before, right? So when he agreed, and his father was like, well, why don't you just stay here with us? I mean, look at all, you're not going to find any more beautiful women in all the land than what we are. I think it's Goshen or somewhere. And he said, no, it's on my heart. I feel compelled and inspired to go, to leave, because God has spoke to my heart and said for me to get out of here and to leave all of you. So somehow, they said it was nephew, his cousin. Either way, it was a family member called Lot. So Lot went with him. So they went out on a journey, and over time Abraham, because God promised it, he said, I'm going to make your name great and all this stuff and you will have abundance. And over time they did. Had herds and cattle and children. That was considered wealth, and he was just abundant. And so was Lot. But then they got to arguing over stuff. Ain't that something? They got to arguing over stuff. So much so that they couldn't exist within the vicinity of each other. So Abraham told him, said, look, man, I ain't gonna be arguing with you over stuff. And I'm sure he was thinking about it. He was reminded of what God told him. Leave your family and everything. Leave everybody. And you. So I'm sure he was thinking about it. And that's something about a decision. So that the consequence of his decision of agreeing to let Lot come with him resulted in them fighting and arguing over stuff. See, a lot of times, if you would just, I'm talking to myself too, if you just be obedient to what the Spirit is telling you, down to the granular specifics, a lot of this heart pain and heartache and stress and worry, you won't be a part of it. So let's deviate, shall we? Let's go into some of Vanessa's delightful disclosures. Okay, so when I met my second husband, some of y'all know the story. I met my second husband, I was in a very interesting place. I was serving in the church at the time, but I was under so much scrutiny because I had this strong attraction to this married man who was a pastor. But I knew better, okay? And I prayed a lot. So nothing ever resulted from that. So I was like, you know what? I just need to get married, and my intentions were sincere, but they were coming from a crazy ass place, okay? I'm like, I just get married, have my own husband. That way people will stop, accusing me of stuff I'm not doing, even though I'm thinking about doing it. And maybe I'll be more accepted in the church. Because, halfway decent single women in church, if you got an insecure or anything, first lady, people in the church who, just because you're dealing with all of that. See, they don't tell you that when you come to church. They don't tell you that you're dealing with all of that energy that people are coming in. It's like going to a mental hospital. Let me clarify, okay? When you join a church, okay? It's like going to a mental hospital. You know those people in the mental hospital who claim they're a doctor and they dress up and they're very convincing, but then you look down and you see their shoes and you be like, damn, that's a patient. That's what being in the church is like. Everybody all dressed up and pretty and everything, but in actuality, it's an asylum. It's a place where people are coming and they seeking help, right? So I was the same way. I really desired and wanted to please God and be of service, and I just wanted to belong to something. Because when you operating in, you have a spirit of rejection all over you, and you just want to be accepted somewhere. So I had low self-esteem too. So lo and behold, there I was in the unemployment office, because y'all know I had 100 million jobs in the unemployment office. And he was sitting right next to him. I'm applying for jobs, and I'm a Libra, so I'm very friendly and outgoing. I got a cap rising, so I'm all about business. I'm kind of bossy a little bit, and I have a Sag moon, which means I have a very jovial, positive outlook on life. Thank goodness, because I've been through some shit. Okay, so I'm sitting there, I'm like, interesting, and I was like, kind of. He didn't really smell, but he had this kind of air about him, right? So we got talking and stuff, and he was telling me he's very articulate, right? And that's always turned me on. Articulate men, right? Articulate people, period, right? So I was like, oh, he's very intelligent, right? So we got talking, and he was saying he was just trying to find some money for his son and all this kind of stuff and all of that. And I was looking for a computer, and he had a computer that he wanted to sell. He said, there's nothing wrong with everything. I said, well, I just really started working. I said, but I can give you $300 for, I think it was 150 or something like that. Either way, it was something that I had. So I said, yeah, why don't you meet me at the cafe down the street, and I'll give you the money for it. And he brought his little boy with him, right? He was only 2 years old, such a baby. And I'm like, this big man, I'm like, he says, well, his mother's in jail and all this other gave me all the story, But I didn't think nothing of it, It wasn't none of my business. But I was just drawn to him, and he was the sweetest little boy, right? So lo and behold, he got dressed up, and we went to dinner just at the cafe, and I got a chance to meet his baby and all that. Fell in love with the little boy, really, And I'll never forget. I'll never forget this. Alzheimer's, whatever. I'll never forget this, okay? So we headed back to the hotel, right? Because that's where he was living. And as soon as I walked through the door and looked at the TV, there was a medicine bottle right there. And just as I'm talking to you, a voice said, probably my higher self, I know it was my future self telling me, he's crazy. Just like that. But then inside of me said, no, think nothing of it. So he and I started dating, sleeping together. And I was like, I told him, I said, Chris, I said, I have, a ministry. I belong to a church. I said, I can't be having sex with you and we not get married, And I was really glad that, I had someone in my life. Because, when you're lonely and stuff, and you really don't have a sense of self, first person that come along, you'd be drawn to them. You thinking that's it. So you take them good, bad, all their everything. All come on, one leg, blind. What is it? Blind, crippled, and crazy. You just take them. Come on, because if you don't have no sense of self or self-worth, you'll just be attract to anything. And that was the case with me. So lo and behold, we decided we're gonna get married, and I'm rushing, and because I just wanted to. It was like I was trying to prove something to somebody, right? I was trying to prove something to the people in the church and the community, because it had got already out to my parents, that I'm having an affair with this married man who's a pastor, but I wouldn't. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get me a husband. Maybe that'll settle down the rumors. Even though I had a strong attraction to him that was undeniable, right? I couldn't figure that out to save my life, because I'm like, look, I've never been a person that's been like attracted, lustfully and physically attracted and mentally to someone where it just obsessed me, right? So I was, I've got, I think my Virgo's in Scorpio or something. Anyway, I have an investigative mind. So I was trying to figure it out. Why, So I'm like, okay, so maybe this will solve the problem, right? So I'm rushing to marry this person I hardly knew. My stepfather George came down. Hey, Daddy, and my mom came down from Mississippi and everything, and we got married. Hold on, just one moment. Good day, Spirit. Good day, Cozy. Good day, Dr. Wayne. Good day, Reverend Knight. Good day, Stuart Wild. Good day, Dolores Cannon. Good day, Catherine Kuhlman. Okay, I'm back. So I was like, we got married. Honey, he was crazy. He was very crazy. He threatened to beat my head in with a baseball bat. He did. And I'm praying. God, I just know everything's going to be all right. He broke my spirit down so much that I remember sitting in the bathroom trying to figure out how I was going to kill myself. I thought I'd never get back to that space again. Now, had I listened to the Lord telling me he's crazy, run for us, I would not have had to deal with that consequence. That decision set me on a journey, a 4-year journey of hell, to the point where I had to crawl myself out of the depths of that to get back on track again. See, a lot of times, if you guys would only just be obedient to what your spirit is telling you, you won't be in the situations that you're in. So God told Abraham, leave everybody. But he took Lot with him. Lo and behold, soon as things start getting good, they start arguing. And this is something gonna be about y'all. Then this is a warning for y'all. As soon as you start making a little money, as soon as you start attracting some money, here come the craziness. Okay? So allow your decisions to be decisive. Make decisive, definitive decisions. And be obedient to what your spirit is telling you to do. Don't doubt it. Do it. So they got to arguing. And he said, look, let's separate. Separate. If you go left, I'll go right. There's plenty of us that go around, plenty of everything. So Lot was like, because this is representation of my opinion, his ego. Lot chose the best of the best, he thought, because it looked good. So he went towards Sodom. It was alluring to the eye and to an appeal to his flesh and everything. He was like, that's it, got the greenness. So he went that way and pitched his tent towards Sodom. So much so that over time, he was a watchman at the gate into the city. And I learned this from watching one of these preachers talk about it. If you are a watchman at the gate of the city, then you have risen to high standards within the community. So there's Lot thinking he all that in a bag of chips because they done made him head over all this bullshit that's going on in Sodom, right? So he, that's him. Abraham, on the other hand, over there, serving the Lord and doing his best and just real prosper and everything. Sure enough, Lot done got in some trouble. So Abraham got his men together and went down and rescued him. And I'm sure while he was on his horse at 3 o'clock in the morning, after he had to get up out of his tent with and leave his wife and children, thinking about Lot and his shit. If I just listened to God, I probably wouldn't have been able to, I wouldn't be getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning to come bail Lot out of jail. If I just listened to the Lord. So this is the decree from this episode today. Listen to the Lord. Where's the Lord at? In here. Your intuition will never steer you wrong if you are in tune with it. You won't be having to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and bail somebody out and do all this stuff because they won't be a part of your life. They won't be a part of your experience if you just listen. I'm preaching to myself today, y'all. So he rescued. Thank goodness. And, he was like probably talking to the Lord outside with a little thing of wine because, that kind of stuff make you want to drink, don't it? Talking to the Lord.
Saying, okay, Lord. And the Lord told me, you know what? I'm going to destroy Sodom. He said, that all that shit going on over there, it's just thinking up heaven. I'm going to destroy it. He said, so Abraham, thinking about Lot. God, if there's 300 righteous people there, I'm still going to do it. He says, no, I won't do it. He said, what about 20? He was counting up Lot and his children, his folks. He says, well, if you can find 10 righteous people, I won't destroy the city. Sure enough, here come the angels. They didn't know. Lot didn't know they was angels. He says, bowed down to him. He says, hi, welcome to Sodom. He says, come on in. He says, stay with me tonight. He said, no, we'll just sleep out in the street. Lot said, no, y'all come stay with me. They couldn't get the door closed, and here come all the wickedness people knocking on the door. Bring us them in. We want them in. Bring them out. Not like, look, what's wrong with y'all? Why y'all? These are my guests. Can't you leave your depravity somewhere else? I got 2 beautiful virgin daughters. Take them. We don't want the women. We want the men. So, sure enough, the angels told him to look, man, we get ready to destroy this place. God sent us here, and we can't take it. Sure enough, here come the fire and brimstone. Some people say it was a volcanic eruption or whatever. Either way, God fulfilled his bargain because he could not find however many Abram tried to negotiate. There's Lot on the run again. They tell him, get out, come on. And Lot and his wife, we all know the story. His wife turned a pillar of salt. But Lot was rescued. So I'm sure that was a traumatic experience. But all the time, all of this because of a decision. He decided to pitch his tent towards Sodom. And because of a decision that he made resulted in that nightmare he experienced. That's the consequence of his decision. So he and his daughters, lo and behold, it's just him and his daughters, because his wife is that pillar back there. She's representative of God's wrath on wickedness and depravity. So she's a representative of that. So he and his daughters probably, that's traumatic. I mean, if you got fire and brimstone raining falling from the sky and you trying to save yourself, that's a very traumatic experience. So sure enough, his daughter's like, look, see, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If you have a deprived mind, if you have a depraved mind, because you're a part of some energy, a group, a sector of that energy picks up on you. So they thinking, they're like, well, we need to keep the lineage going. All the men are dead. Now wait a minute, where's Abraham? Right? Where the men? Abraham had herdsmen and all, so they done thought they done convinced themselves that they the only one that we need to create, keep the lineage going. So let's get daddy drunk and go have sex with him. So listen, there's a purpose to this story, and people think it's all about the incest and all that. But no, there's a purpose to this. So they done convinced him and got Lot drunk now. And I'm thinking about it. I'm like, there is no way. I'm thinking about that. I'm like, how can you get that drunk? The scripture say he didn't even know what was going on. But how can you get that drunk when you have sex with one of your children? So both times, sure enough, it happened. And they had children. And these children, one of their names was Moab. So they did create a generation of folks. And one of them was the Moabites. the consequences of your decisions. Had Abraham really listened, had I listened, I would not have experienced the heartbreak that I experienced from being married to Chris Massey. If I just listened. I just listened. But the great thing about it is God's grace endures forever. It does. Although I experienced heartache and pain, nervous breakdown, poverty, homelessness, I still had God's grace and His mercy and His provision. And I'm still here. And guess what Chris said? Out there in the ether. He's left this experience. And I think about it. I'm like, well, because I'm a Sag moon, so I'm always, my mentality is very positive, and I always see the bright side of things. I'm like, well, if you hadn't have done that, then you probably wouldn't have done this. So it just, all of your decisions, the consequences of it, and this is where God's grace comes in. Say, although you make the decisions and you have to, they say suffer the consequences. I say learn from the consequences. Even though you think it's a horrible decision, how can I make that? God's grace, baby, is gonna carry you through it to something better. That's right. Good day, co-host. Good day. God's grace is gonna carry you. Although it's the decision that you made, there's a consequence. But then there's God's grace because it's endured forever. So Abraham's decision resulted in the consequence of him having going through that suffering and stress, undue stress from Lot and his mess. Lot's decision resulted because he didn't want to choose to decide to keep peace with Abraham. His decision set him up on a journey to where the end of his story. Well, yeah, what we hear about is him having sex with his children. And then they have children. And one of them is called Moab. And that's the Moabites. So, your decisions have consequences. Which I'm gonna wrap it up. I'm gonna tell you this about Chris and everything. So although that happened, I'm still here. And because of my decision not to sleep with that married man, I honestly believe it's because I'm here in this space. I know it. There is no way I could be entrusted with imparting to you this information that I receive, this enlightenment that I receive, had I decided to hook up. I had an opportunity to. We both did. But we knew too much about the Lord. And and I'm grateful for that experience. Because let me tell y'all something. Do y'all know y'all curse breakers? Do you know that? Do you know you're curse breakers? That's why you're going through all this hell and whatever it is. Because you're the one that's marked to break the curse over your whole family. Okay, so listen. Yep, I got time. Is it? What time is it? Okay, yeah, I got time. Okay, so so little did I know that a generation before, there were two experiences from his family line and mine. There's always been a connection, right, with our families. Two occurrences where these women in my family yielded to that temptation, and the men in his family yielded to the temptation. And then when it got to me, have you considered my servant Job? Have you considered my servant? God is looking because he believes in us so much that he will. Have you considered? You're the curse breaker in your family. Lo and behold, I didn't find this out until like a month ago. I'm like, that's why that happened. Because remember, I'm trying to figure out why is there such a strong connection, attraction to this, right? Sure enough, I'm like, and honey, let me tell you something. When I got that revelation, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. When you obey, there's a reason. And there's always a gift that you will receive because of your obedience. It take a minute, but you're going to get it. I felt as if I solved the biggest crime. Solved the biggest crime story. The mystery. The mystery was, why was Vanessa so attracted to him? Why did that happen, Lord? You know, because you have all these questions, right, that you present to the Lord. Why is this? Why do I have to go through this? Don't worry, honey. When you solve that mystery and you're finally given that information you need, you're gonna feel as if, yes. I was like, you'll have a sense of accomplishment. I broke that curse. You're the curse breaker in your family. And we're gonna be talking about that next week. When we talk about I choose you. I think that's next week's talk. I choose you. I'm almost certain of it. We ain't got but 3 more episodes. I think I can remember that. Decisions have consequences, ladies and gentlemen. But the great thing about it is that if you're driven and you're coming from a space of true intention and sincerity, of wanting to please God and please yourself and be the best that you desire to be, God's grace will come in and you'll still wind up winning. Why? Because all things work together for the good. And we're going to tie this up in a bow next week because we're gonna talk about Ruth. I choose you. So, although I didn't have my notes again this week, I don't understand it. Thank you, Spirit, for giving me the information of what I needed to talk about. I'm so grateful. And although, you know, I'm thinking about a lot of things. So I'm going to be certain when I make this decision. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the times that I've been able to bring this to you guys, and grateful for how much I've evolved from this experience. I'm just so grateful. It's time for a new chapter. It really is time for a new chapter. So I want to thank each and every one of you for hanging out with me today. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for just being you. And know this one thing. Hey, boo. You gonna say goodbye to everybody? Come on. Let's say goodbye. Come on. Come on. Say goodbye. I'll take you to the park. Say goodbye. Mm-mm. Say goodbye, hot dog. There you go. There we go. Yeah, so thank you guys for your support. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for caring. I am Vanessa Klinger, your intuitive life strategist and life coach motivator. And join me next week for another exciting episode of the Ride Along with Vanessa Morning Show. Thanks, you guys, for watching. Stay in love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Stay in Love TV is your production to distribution solution to getting your message seen and heard. Having your own TV show with Stay in Love TV has never been easier than now. Stay in Love TV gives you the power to share your message with the world. Stop watching TV and start being watched on TV. Stay in Love TV offers real-time multicasting, all with one click. This opportunity puts you on the world stage with an audience of over 200 million. In addition to your low monthly subscription fees, you will also receive monthly network coaching and training from the network itself to ensure that before your first show premieres, you are set up for success. We at Stay in Love TV bring over 20 years experience in sales, marketing, advertising, and business development. Stay in Love TV, purposeful entertainment driven by love, empowered with passion, fueled with faith. Go to www.stayinlovetv.com and let's get started.